So, the Crust has released into early access, and I was looking forward to this one. This is like a city builder sort of thing, but you are based on the moon. And the game features a tutorial, which can actually directly lead into the campaign. It's got a campaign, and then it has sandbox mode as well. And what we're going to do in this video is go through if I believe, personally, from my opinion, playing the game, if it's worth playing or buying. And before we jump into this one, a massive thank you to Lurkit, the devs and the publishers, for giving me a key to play. So I did the tutorial. It was actually quite helpful to understand the basics of the game, and then I flew directly into the campaign. And it starts off quite decent. You have to bear in mind this is early access. Things are going to change. They are wanting to basically expand upon the game and make it bigger and better and things like that. But you start off quite simple. You have to work your way from having bare minimum to getting like full-on solar panels. You need to have batteries so that when it goes dark, you can still keep power running. You've got this huge underground mining operation going on. You then get like a rover. You have to send it off to basically like scan areas, like scout them. Then you have to get like a cargo truck to go over and pick up resources and things. And while I kind of enjoyed my time on this game, I just feel as though it's not something that I could play for a long period of time. There's going to be people out there definitely that enjoy the game thoroughly, play it from start to finish, but it's not a game for me personally. And that's because, like, granted, as I said, it's early access, but there's just a few things that don't add up. Like, for an example, when you're setting up your mining facilities, your like automatic miners that you sit on top of like ore deposits, when you have the main ore going, or the mineral, whatever you want to call it, when you have that going into the next facility to be crushed down into a different resource, like when you put those facilities down, like a furnace and things like that, you get to choose exactly what's going in and what's coming out of these machines. But the thing is, once you've chose the first time, I could not find any way to change that resource. It was locked to that one resource that I had chose, and that meant like if I made a mistake with any of it, I had to fully demolish a building in order to like replace it with another building. You get all of your resources back when you demolish something, but I had to demolish it, replace the building, then select the resource like production and output and stuff again. And I just feel that's a really simple mechanic that they missed out on. It could be added before the full release, you never know. But on top of that, it just feels as though the progression is really, really slow, even from the start of the game. Everything takes a very, very long time. There's a bunch of different research and stuff. And I think the game works really weird for what it is. It might just be me misunderstanding things. The tutorial doesn't explain a lot. It literally explains the very basics of moving your drones around, sorting out your electric, like your power and things like that. It doesn't really explain anything about the research. It's as though they've put like half a tutorial together and then chucked you into the campaign to learn the rest. And I don't know if they're going to work on adding more features to the tutorial, because it is like a seamless transition from tutorial to the campaign. The game does run smooth. It's a really good like concept, but I don't know, there was just something for me personally that felt really off within the gameplay. And like your research, it takes forever. There's one really good thing about the research. Say you need like the blue bottles and the orange bottles to like basically unlock your next bit of research. If you have multiple things in the queue and say your orange research is going a lot faster than your blue, for an example, then what it does is when it's filled up that bit of like the current bit of research with the orange like research points or whatever, it will move on to the next one automatically. So say for an example, you've got two things lined up in research. You've got orange points and blue points for both of them. Your orange are going in a lot faster than your blue. The first bit, like the orange points go like fully into the first bit of research. While the blue are still going through to complete that research, the orange will start on the next bit. So it kind of takes a bit of time off, but some things just take so long. Like I got to the point where there were things that would take like 200 plus days to unlock in the research, and the max game speed you can put this on is 4 times. So from like basically an hour or two in, you are grinding to unlock your next research. And there are some things you are going to need for like main story quests. Like for an example, you're going to need things like titanium. And in order to get the titanium, you need to unlock extra things through the research, and it's a massive time sink. So I feel this campaign, like the bit I played of it, I feel as though it could have been done a lot quicker and the campaign could have been bigger. I don't know how long the devs have worked on this game, but it just feels as though they have they've made the campaign quests and the research and stuff so long-winded to just pad out your game time. I don't think things should work the way they do in terms of like how long things take to unlock through research. And one thing that really, really annoyed me in this game, and granted, there is something through the research tree to make it automatic, but every couple of minutes or something, your modules start breaking down, your solar panels will break down, your batteries will break down, your mining rigs will break down, the furnaces will break down, the smelting things beforehand will break down. Everything in the game breaks down, and you have to manually go through and make sure it's all up and running. So the bigger you get your operation, say you don't unlock that thing in the research to automatically repair things, the bigger your operation gets, the more frustrating it's going to be repairing everything. So there's just a few things here and there that really let this game down. And not only that, for what it is, and the fact that it's early access, it's going to cost you £22.50. And they said they want to keep the pricing fair. As they make expansions or stuff, they might lift the price a little bit, and they've said that it's going to change as it goes into full release. So this could become a £30, maybe £35 game or something like that. So if you're interested in the game, grab it now for sure, because it's never going to be any cheaper than this unless it's on sale. So if you are really interested in this game, grab it now. But if there was any recommendation I would give, would be wait until there is further development, see what the devs are going to do with the game, try and grab it on sale, because in my opinion, is this game worth playing? Not really. There's nothing it really does to stand out within the genre. Like, granted, it's got a different setting to some games out there. It works different. Like, you've got your conveyor belts and things. You can automate some of the production, and it's cool. The concept is really good, but the execution isn't quite there in my opinion. And obviously everybody is going to think differently. My opinion's not final, it's literally just an opinion. I don't think this game is worth playing really, unless it absolutely looks like it's your cup of tea. I just don't like the way some of the features work. I don't like how long it takes to unlock things from the start of the game through research. And I feel that's been done to pad out the game time, because I have a feeling the campaign is pretty short otherwise. So while some people will definitely enjoy this, it's like running smooth in early access. I didn't come across any major bugs or anything like that. I have seen people in the reviews on Steam saying they've had error codes and things like that, but my experience was that the game was running smooth. I never had any major bugs or anything like that. I don't even think there was any bugs at all. I did only play a few hours of it. But my recommendation is to not grab the game yet. Wait for either a sale at some point down the line, or just wait for further development of the game, because it is early access. But I feel there are some very simple things that should have been developed entirely differently to what they have been. Mechanics that should work totally different to how they currently do. But as I said, that is just my opinion. I do not think this game's really worth playing, from the launch of the early access. I would definitely wait to pick it up, whether that's sale or further development. And what we're going to do on that note is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.